guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm doing a review on the new NORVINA palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I did a demo on my eyes. I did swatches. I also in the beginning went in depth and talked a little bit about the background behind the palette, who made the palette, what it was all about, what the website said. I kind of went in depth with it. It was my first review, so I hope it comes out well. This is a very highly anticipated palette, so I was like, I think I'm going to do a review on it. I just want to see how it performs. I'll give you my opinions if you want to buy it or not. Basically, we're just gonna get on with the video. I talk about it, I do swatches, and then I show you the demo on my eyes. It might be a little bit long because this was a very intricate eye look. I wanted to put the shadows up to the test with some of my really bold eye looks. My camera just cut out at the end of my intro for no reason. Love that. So I just said if you would like to know my opinions on the palette, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so today we are reviewing the NORVINA palette. Wow, my eyelids are creasing. Okay, whatever. I know a lot of people don't like to do swatches, but I think I'm going to. I know sometimes it really doesn't give a great representation of what it's going to look like on your eyes. Obviously you're using your finger, but during the swatches I'm going to use my finger and I'm also going to use a brush. In between colors, I have this Mikasa Quick Change brush cleaner. I also have this brush cleaner spray that I'm going to spray on the brush, rub it around, and then probably just brush it on my pants to dry it off. And then in between colors, I will clean the brush obviously to give it a clean slate, and that won't affect any of the outcome of a before color moving into an after. I'm going to talk about the palette first. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills' new palette, their brand new palette, NORVINA, or Claudia, I believe. This is her palette. This is Anastasia's daughter is Claudia or NORVINA. These colors are kind of supposed to represent her and who she is. I know she said that these are the colors that no matter what the season she gravitates to. These colors are supposed to really represent her favorite colors. The packaging is standard, the velvet packaging. I've only had this for about a week and I can see some little scratches and dirt on it. So this does get dirty pretty quick, but this is their like iconic packaging. I have Modern Renaissance. I have Modern Renaissance, which is a huge hit. It's pretty much a staple in almost everyone's collection, no matter if you're a beginner or an expert. It's a very versatile palette. And then I have Subculture, the very controversial palette. Didn't do so hot, but I'm pretty sure they changed their formula from this one. They had the Soft Glam in between this one. They had Subculture, Soft Glam, and then I'm pretty sure they ended up coming out with NORVINA. I did find a lot of inspiration from Stephanie Nicole. Watching her reviews, I think she has some of the most in-depth reviews I've ever watched on any product. I was watching Stephanie Nicole's video on her review. Anastasia or NORVINA came out with an IGTV. That's the new like feature on Instagram where you can post longer videos talking about how she kind of came up with the palette, and she really like thinks of a character before she thinks of a palette, and her character obviously for this palette was herself. When I first saw this palette, I was like, wow, I was so stunned. This is just such a beautiful palette to me. I took a screenshot off of their website that kind of describes the palette. They said it is an essential 14 shade eyeshadow palette featuring NORVINA's go-to shades ranging from bold and bright mattes to soft pastel shimmers. They're full pigment, easy to blend formula, duochrome and metallic pigments, luxe packaging including a large mirror and double-ended brush. So yes, this does come with a brush. I don't mind the brush. I really like the packer side of the brush rather than the blending brush. Either way, it is a better brush that does come with most palettes. Most palettes that do come with a brush tend to not be that great. Like the Naked palettes, they come with this brush. I don't like this brush, and it also has a mirror on the inside like the standard palettes, which is good for on the go. They are cruelty free. They are not vegan. They last for 18 months after you open it.
Also, it retails for $42.
So now I'm going to get into the swatches. I'm going to use two different brushes. I'll use this Morphe brush. This is what I use to pack on my shimmers, so I'm going to use this Morphe brush for the shimmers on my arm when I'm using the brush, and for the mattes I have an Anastasia brush here. This is the standard brush that comes in every palette, and I'm going to use the packer side for the mattes. I have my base on, I have my eyebrows on, and I have some lip gloss on. I'm only going to be obviously working with the eyeshadows today because that is the point of the video. One other thing that I wanted to mention is I ordered this palette off of abh.com on July 17th. On July 29th, Ulta launches NORVINA online. On August 7th, the retail launches online in Sephora, Macy's, Dillard, Nordstrom, and Sephora and JCPenney's. And August 17th, the NORVINA palette launches in all US retail stores. And this includes Sephora, Macy's, Dillard's, Nordstrom, Ulta launching earlier in August 5th in stores. So that is all the dates that it comes out. I got it on the first launch on Anastasia Beverly Hills online. I got it in the mail the 20th of July, the day before I left for vacation to New Jersey. I ordered 2 of them. I only got 1 in the mail. So that was kind of a problem with the shipping. So I had to wait for them to send it out again, and I had to argue with them. I didn't actually, my mom actually was on the phone with them, but she ended up having to kind of argue with them a little bit to get them to even give me 2-day shipping, which sucked kind of a little bit. That's kind of something to know if you're ordering offline. So I got another one in the mail, which I ordered, and then I got another one in the mail, which I didn't order. So I have 3 NORVINA palettes right now. A big thank you to them for giving me this extra one, because now I can give it away to my subscribers or my followers. Stay tuned to the end of the video. There will be more information on how to enter the giveaway. Maybe you'll be able to win this palette. Now let's get into the swatches. I'm going to do the top row, which is actually all shimmers, and the bottom row is all mattes, give and take. So let's get into the swatches. I'm going to start with the top row, and then I'll wipe it off, and then I will go into the bottom row. These shadows are made with cocoa butter, so that makes them a little bit softer. Some of them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to spritz the shadows on the brush with rose water, because that's what I would normally do with all of my shimmers. I would never leave them dry. So this is gonna be Summer. This will be Wild Child. I have a feeling that these shadows are going to be better if you pack them on your lid and not necessarily swipe it. Next, I'm going to be doing Rose Gold. Wow, that's a really, really pretty shade. It's a very dark rose gold. It's not the typical rose gold that you would think. Next is going to be Celestial, the very hyped up shade. This one didn't swatch too well with the brush. Next shade is going to be Dazzling. Okay, and last shade is going to be Drama, which is a very dark, deep dark plum shimmer shade. This is the top row for the shimmers, and I'll be getting into the mattes. I was literally scrubbing this so hard, but this shade did not come off very well. We'll start off with Base, which is probably just to set your eyelids. It's just a nice bone color. Now to go in with Soul. I love that shade. Very muted purple shade. Next we'll go in with Incense. Next we'll take Love. Love definitely has a little bit of shimmer in it, and so does Soul. Very, very slightly. Next going in with Volatile. Next I'm going to go in with Eccentric. And this is the bottom row of the NORVINA palette. Okay, so I did my other eye off camera just to figure out what I wanted to do. This is what I came up with. I'm pretty freaking proud of it. And I messed around with a ton of the colors in the palette, which I'm really happy with, so I got to review them pretty well. So I'm gonna start off with Love. And I already have my opinion on these shadows. For the beginning shadows, to get the most color payoff, you kind of have to pack them in there. My one opinion on the blending shades that I wasn't too fond of is that the Love shade, they describe it as a matte mid-tone cool pink. And this most definitely has shimmer in it. So I kind of got a little misled and put this in the crease as my transition, which I feel like I might not do again just because it does have some shimmer in it. And personally, my opinion, I don't like putting shimmers in my crease. I don't like the way that it looks. So I think they shouldn't have called this a matte shade necessarily. And also the Soul shade on the other side that I'm going to put in next was not a matte. They call Soul a matte as well, and that is not a matte. I mean, it is mainly matte. It just has these like small little specks of shimmer in it. So next I'm going to grab a more detailed brush, just a smaller blending brush, and go in with the shade Soul. With the Soul shade, I am taking this all the way to the inner corner and then flicking that out like I would if I was doing a cut crease. I know you're probably looking at the other side like that is not only the shadows in the palette, and to that I would say you're right. Every single shadow on the other eye is from the NORVINA palette except I took a black eyeshadow. This palette didn't actually have a black shadow in it, and I really needed one for this look. I needed the edge of my cut crease to be sharp, like the sharpest ever. I just grabbed Corrupt by Makeup Geek to do that, but you can grab any matte black eyeshadow. If you're looking at my eyebrow like, wow, you have a lot of extra hair, to that I say, you're right. I am looking for my pluckers everywhere on my desk, but they're not here, so they're probably just hiding. I'm gonna grab a very, very small detail brush and just go really, really deep into the socket of my crease. For that color, I'm going to take Volatile. Okay, now I'm going in with a NYX eyeliner and I'm going to draw the line over here. This one's literally out to my eyebrow. Next, I will cut out the crease with some concealer. I just use my Shape Tape, and then I use it on a little Real Techniques brush, and it is called Accent Brush. So I am taking this cream eyeliner and I'm taking it on this little detail brush. I am going to outline the crease. I'm going to take kind of a smudger brush and then I'm going to actually just do flicking motions upwards into the shadow to start blending it, and then I will go in with actual shadows later to really blend it out. Since this is creamy, it is very easy to blend into the shadows. So now I'm going in with Soul again to, first of all, make this pop because I really want the purple to be kind of the star. Once I really blend that in, I'm going to go in with a deeper shade to get the black to really kind of just seamlessly blend into eventually my transition shade. So again, I'm going to grab that smudger brush and now I'm going to touch into Passion and Volatile. I'm going to really go against that black and do the same flicking motions upwards. Not so much Passion, but a lot of Volatile because I'm trying to keep it very cool tone. And then once you blend those shadows in, go in with some black to deepen and darken it up, and then just go back and forth in between all those colors until you get a really seamless blend. I didn't really honestly get fallout at all that much. Okay, now that I really blended that out, I'm gonna go in with a white eyeliner on the top of the cut crease to really make a nice contrast between obviously this shape and the transition shades. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with a creamy white. I'm taking a cream paint, but you can take like a cream white eyeliner, and I'm just going to blend that down into my eyelid. So I'm going to go in with the black eyeshadow, and I'm going to go right on my lash line with that. Now I'm going to grab a smudger brush and grab the shade Celestial and blend Drama and that shade together. And then for the top, I'm going to take the shade Wild Child. For the bottom lash line, I'm going to start off just by taking the shade Love and really just dusting that under my lash line. This part right here has been doing that like every single time. And then with a smaller, more detailed brush, I'm going to take Soul and go closer to the lash line. And on the waterline, I put some white eyeliner. After you do this step, make sure you put bottom mascara on because it definitely gets on the bottom lashes. Okay, so now I'm gonna pop on a lash on this side and I will be right back. Alright, now that I have both my eyes on, the last step to this eye is to just highlight, and I'm going to take Dreamer in the palette. It's the first shimmer shade, and I'm just going to pop that in my inner corner. And I also heard people say that this was a good shade to highlight with, so I left my highlight off my face today just so I could do this. So I'm going to grab my highlighting brush and I'm going to dip into Dreamer and see how that works as a highlight. This might be too dark for me, so hopefully not. It's pretty. I think I'm feeling like I need some purple on my face, so I think I'm gonna grab the Aurora palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills and then add that on top. Oh yeah, that is really pretty. So from the Aurora palette, I'm gonna take purple. It is called Spectra, and on the same brush, I'll just put that right on top. I have a zit there. Whoop. I put a little bit of black eyeshadow over the glue on my lashes so it would just cover it, and that was the finished look. Okay, I couldn't find my SD card that I finished the rest of the video on, but luckily it was the end of the video. I just finished on the other SD card with my outro and my thoughts on the palette. That was it. That was the end of the makeup look. Before I start talking about the outro and how I felt about the palette, I'm going to just talk about how my hair is pink for a second. So yeah, my hair is pink right now. It will fade out in about probably a week and a half. It was just a toner. I tend to do this a lot when I get my hair done. I like doing fun things with my hair, but not permanently. I'm a very temporary kind of person sometimes. I don't know. So we're gonna get into my thoughts on the palette. Also, when I have the pink hair, I'm gonna have the pink brows. The colors that really wowed me were Wild Child was my favorite out of all the ones that I used. I loved Wild Child. Celestial was a little underwhelming. When I put it on my lid, it wasn't as like, it didn't show up like that on my eyelid. Do you know what I mean? But it also was like I was blending 3 different shimmers together, so it could have gotten lost in there. Drama was kind of like a normal dark shimmer. It ends up becoming more of like a black. It worked actually really well with what I was doing. I would say out of the 3 shimmers that I used, Wild Child was one of the best, but Drama is a good like deep shimmer shade if you're really trying to deepen things up. All the mattes that I used blended really nicely. None of them got patchy, none of them got ugly or changed colors. They looked on my eyes how they did in the pan, which is great, and they were very blendable. The only thing I didn't like, which I mentioned, is how Love and Soul have shimmer in it and they call it a matte. Would I buy this palette again? Yes, I would. I love the color story. I think it works out together pretty well. Very neutral, or you can put a lot of pop of color into things. I like that it's different. Yes, I would buy it again because I think it is very good quality. So those are my thoughts on the palette, and now we're going to get into the giveaway. So basically, I got the 3rd palette in the mail because I ordered 2 of them. The 2nd one didn't come in the day on time, so they sent me another one, and then they sent me another one. So now I have 3. It's also really cool because it is my birthday today. So my gift to you on my birthday is the NORVINA palette of the giveaway, and just because you guys have been such a gift to me for supporting me for so long, I love you guys so much, so I feel like I should give back to you. The rules to this giveaway will just be to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @GlamorousMassacre, and those are the only rules to enter the giveaway. Once you do that, you can comment down below and say done, and then you will be entered into the giveaway. It was actually pretty cool and a blessing for having it to be around my birthday when this happened. The end date to the giveaway will be August 11th. I'll have it go for a week, so next Saturday, and then I will announce the winner on August 11th. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this look, please like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions on what I should do next, any reviews, any looks, any tutorials, any challenges, any funny videos, anything like that, leave it in the comment section below, or if you just want to chit chat with me, I always respond back to everyone's comments. So if you would like to ever talk to me, you can just go down there and we can start freaking chatting. You guys are so awesome. I love you guys so much, and I will check you in the next video. Bye!